Hello guys, welcome back to occupytheland.org and our project here. Now what you're seeing is the last pour that we did. Came out a little bit better. We got, we're getting faster, and this one section only took Donna and I a couple of hours. What to do is show you this is a center 10-foot ring with a radius of 5 feet, and then it goes out another 10 feet. So this will be a 30-foot circumference, a diameter. And this is the last pour that we did. And then, of course, we'll set up the rebar and the forms and so on and do the next one. We may start it over there and come in with the tractor from the other side there. But you're starting to see this is going to be big. I'm starting to get a lot of ability to use concrete now and do some projects, and that's why it's important that we have a floor for us to put our shelving and a lot of our tools and stuff in, and I get to find everything I got. So that's going to make things go a lot faster. The first thing is workshop. Okay, what I'm going to show you, I'm going to walk over. This is near where the bus is in our solar array. And we have various roads that we didn't know exactly where we were going to be putting stuff until we actually started using it, where we needed to be able to go, to turn around, pull in trailers. And we have the border road that goes around the property. But this is a good example of where we're going to be check damming this one other area here. This is one of the main washes that come through. So of course, here's where we're going to be putting one of the check dams to back up the water for here. Now this is where we're doing the sand dam. This is where we're going to have all the excess water that doesn't soak into the land. It's about an acre, I think it's about, 3/4 of an acre here that we have this area. All of it's going to back up over there, green the desert, and then the excess will come into here. Now I have to dig it down. I have about a 10-foot high water tank that will go in this far corner, and it will flow over there and continue on as it has for thousands of years. So we're not going to be changing the drainage on that. We're just going to slow it down. Now this is what I'm probably going to do, is make this a road that goes up towards that corner of it. And I got to put some sand there so I can bring the dump trailer down here and really start. I've been pulling it, creating the berm up here, and it goes up and up that way. Now, if I make it right here, I can start removing all of this material and just take it. And then we have like a road berm that's going to go around it in a square. And we'll just start dumping the sand and gravel up here, and it create a pond. Now, I think we're probably going to line it. We may do, I don't know, just clay, or we'll have pond liner. It's a rubberized kind of material that goes in. We'll see how expensive that is. But the clay will kind of hold it. And I just need it to slow down and to fill the tank. But maybe we need to line it. So what we're going to do is pull all, take the tractor, load up the trailer, pull it up, and then dump it around the edges of this and just keep building up the berm. But I have to have to where this overflow here that continues on, we're going to go ahead and make that the spillover for this whole thing. But this is something that needs to be done, but it's just a little bit at a time. Shawshank Redemption, man, just time and pressure. Hit it with a little hammer whenever I get a chance. So this is where we're going to be spending time as I don't have anything else to do. Concrete's got to dry, the weather's, whatever it is or something. I come down here and just keep plugging at it. But we're going to have to get serious about this here directly. Well, that's going to be after we do the workshop, because a lot of the things that I need to do this. Now, one of the things that I wanted to talk about is the block press. Now, the block press is this material that we have. I've shown you here. Adobe is very, very useful. And what we want to do is to make sure that we have the ability to make blocks, bricks. Now we've experimented with it, and they're great. You know, you can build all kinds of them. It's not like I don't have enough material. And it has enough clay. You got to have like 30–40% clay with the sand and ground, probably mostly just sand, and then it's a little gravel. I mean, what we're going to do is we're going to take that block press that we made. It is a 5-ton electrical hydraulic press that was made for doing log splitting. Well, we converted it on a Harbor Freight press stand and kind of finagled it, and we made blocks, and they work great. But that's a lot of more work, I think, than what we had planned originally for doing the domes. But they're great for doing, you know, rocket stoves, having bench seats, fireplaces, that kind of thing. So that's what we're going to be doing with the block press. And we haven't experimented with it as much, but we've already demonstrated a couple of blocks that really gives us a lot of material to be able to work with. This sand we take from the land out here and just stock it up and pile up and get, but it'd be nice if I could separate this for specific uses, especially the stucco to cover the earth bags to make them more permanent, like a curb, and we can sit on it and make fireplaces and all kinds of retaining walls and so on that we're going to do. So I need to be able to separate this. Now we have over here the barrels that I'm using to make the trommel. Now you'll see the trommel, the prototype that we did. We have all the equipment, the motor for it and the controller for the motor. It's a variable speed and it is reversible, and it's just going to be awesome. And you'll see that the expanded metal, this mesh that you put on, you can get it in different sizes and so on. And that's what we're going to use to be able to separate the dirt and the gravel, sand, rock I got everywhere into specified grades of light sand, wash sand, gravel, rock, and so on. I'm going to need that in the future. Now, what we did for this pour, we just put this mesh down and we pour the concrete and let it harden, and we just do another section. Now, Donna and I have got it down to where we can do one of these sections in 2 hours, so we're getting at it. Now, you'll see the finish on this one is a lot better. We're learning, and we had it really too dry of a mix because I didn't want to get it too wet, because that has a lot to do with the strength of the concrete. And I want to be able to pull vehicles and my tractor up here to be able to do maintenance on, or even the bus. So we're going to go ahead and keep getting this, you know, time and pressure, and we'll get this done. Every night I go out and I have a little fire and I just sit around and enjoy the stars. And, you know, one thing I just got to mention, when you look up in the sky, you'll see Orion's belt and the constellation of Orion. And I never noticed it before, but it has a 4-star cluster that goes down below the 3 stars in the belt, and it looks like Orion has a penis. And I actually put that in to a search, and I go, Orion's penis. I mean, you know, anybody else see this? Well, of course they did. And I'm going, you know, you're not out far enough if your Orion doesn't have a penis. So I'm just, that's a telltale telling of how far you're out. Are you out far enough? Does your Orion have a penis? So that's kind of a standard if you're moving out on the land. So yeah, here's another perspective and view on the check dam. Now we have this for a test. Now what we'll do is we'll take and do stucco with basalt fiber reinforcement. Once I'm happy with what this is doing, or if I need to make it higher or longer or whatever, we'll go ahead and cover that and make it a nice curve. So you can look forward to that. Lots going on. And that is the work area. I mean, we're, you know, focusing on here and the workshop.